What's up? I am back. Let's continue just for me to check something here. Set the title to Everybody's Gone to Hell. I was going to walk Platinum Run, but then you can't run in this game, so I put it Platinum Slow Walk. Because I'm fun. I'm not. I hate this game. On a scale of this and Dear Esther, this is much better. Alright, that's exactly what I wanted. This is my playthrough that I did offline, where I got all the radios. Which means one collectible is already done. One section of collectibles is already done. Let's just go. Let's walk back to the beginning of the game, and we can start checking the other boxes. They upgraded from diarrhea to semi-solid shit? Exactly. It's so fucking slow. At least this one is a neat idea. They just couldn't... And the way to tell a story is great too. It's just a story that's being told that's bad. And the movement and the way you interact with the game. But I like the little flashes of light that resemble people that worked great in BioShock. There are shortcuts, but I don't know where they are. And I don't feel like looking them up again. At least you can run here. This is my running speed. Look at how fast I go. So fast. I think I can find one of the shortcuts. Unfortunately, I played this not long ago, on the 18th, I think, so 9 days ago, to get the hardest trophy in the game, which is getting all the radios without triggering any story and end of story cutscenes, and without collecting anything else. Like, basically you can't interact with anything except stuff that plays automatically. Which is a bother of a trophy. And I decided to tackle that first. I thought that would be smart. If the hardest one is out of the way, then the other ones are just a literal walk in the park. I was telling you, I ended up doing a second entire playthrough of Parappa 2, which is much more consistent than 1. So you automatically start on easy mode, and I did, I guess, normal? Just Parappa 1 that is so inconsistent. Yeah, I was about to say this isn't really a path. Where is this? Oh, I know. Didn't skip much. Can the radios be triggered again, by the way?
Phone call from Steven.
They can.
He wants to
Shit.
shut down the receiver. Something about instances across the valley.
Perhaps I should have started a new game. Can I make it? Like. Back to the beginning of the entire game. Hey Sly, how are you? How have you been? That's a phone. Alright, we're at the beginning of the game. I'm doing good. About to start a full collectible playthrough of this game. Alright.
Let's start off here in Yawn. This is actually at the very beginning of the game. There's a radio in here and a computer monitor. Interact with both of those. Now we're going to leave here.
Okay. Why did I manage to interact with the other radio but not this one? Do some homework when I'm chilling? You been quarantined?
And again, this is going to go real quick, so just kind of be...
This is a special announcement by the Emergency Measures Committee. Due to exceptional circumstances, radio and television in this area has been brought under the control of the EMC as per the Crisis Preparedness and Action Bill of 1982. Keep your radio and television on at all times. Stay indoors and avoid contact with other people. Do not attempt to telephone outside your local area. Do not panic and remain civil and calm. Stay tuned to this station for updates.
No.
going to go and earn the Bibliophile Trophy. Now, this is for finding all the bird books in Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. Now, the first two are going to be by the first phone booth you come up to.
Okay. "31 maps." Okay, I can do this right now, I think. Top quality 10 out of 10 action-packed gameplay. Oh, Artie, you should have seen the previous game we were playing. I just changed to this. Then you would be amazed at 10 out of 10 action-packed gameplay. What was it? Dear Esther. You know what it is? Moonwalker done. I do not. Do I want to? It's the game that the people who made this made before this. And it's even more boring. Completionist. I have been playing walking simulators all night, yes.
Be patient there, but I just picked up the phone there. You can hear the ringing phone. Now, there are phones that aren't going to be ringing that I believe you have to pick up. And I'll, again, cover all of that. Now, here's our first main story arc orb here that we got to interact with our motion controller. And then just a little bit past that is what I call a proximity event, if you will.
Okay. So there's nothing here? Amazing. You aren't bored to death? Feel like playing these for hours would be pretty fatiguing? I mean, at least I changed.
I'm trying to do my job. You two will be the only staff on site for this rotation. I'm just saying, if the main gate's power fails, then there's no way in or out of the observatory.
That's why there are backup generators. Jesus, why the hell are we even discussing this?
Just don't you come running to me if you get locked in.
If we get locked in, we won't be able to come running to you, will we? You let us worry about the clever stuff, and you can concentrate on sweeping up leaves and changing light bulbs. Happy? Now piss off.
Arsehole.
That was unnecessary. Just because you're angry with me doesn't mean you have to take it out on everyone else.
Kate, can we just talk about this?
No, Stephen, I'm done. I just want to get out of this place, and tonight is our best chance of doing that. You prep the arrays, I'm heading up to Tower 6.
Kate. I love you. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know that. Come on, let's get started.
Need your gaming expertise? Is Story of Final Fantasy XIV worth the time? If you're playing the expansions, yep. Even I'm not to the expansions yet, and I would say yes, but everyone tells me it gets so much better. So, yeah. I can't even imagine how good it's going to get then. I finished the main story and I finished the first 3 updates, I think, or 2. 2. I'm starting 2.3.
Well, I suppose from that we can assume that they really are serious about this whole quarantine thing. If Mrs. Boughton wandered off that way before they closed the road, I suspect we'll never find her. Not until this whole thing blows over.
But it's more than a little odd. I mean, this is Yorton, for goodness sake. There was no need for them to be so rude.
Well, if they are so concerned that they are willing to close off the roads, I suspect they would argue that there is every need. What is certain is that for the time being, none of us are going anywhere.
But he had a rifle, a soldier with a rifle, in Shropshire. The world's gone stark raving mad. I've a good mind to write to my MP.
You do that, Barb, and I'll personally deliver it for you, once this blockade is removed anyway. Come on, Bob. I can't spend all day chasing pensioners around the valley. The surgery won't open itself. I need to grab some paracetamol when we get back as well. Cracking headache all of a sudden.
So Bambi, are you thinking of playing it?
And that is just by being close to a certain area where a conversational event will happen. As you can see, it's actually behind.
Play until level 50 without giving the story a chance. Skipped all our dialogue. Everyone says it's the best story in MMO history, so I'm considering. How did you get to level 50? Did you at least beat the game? So you would be starting over?
Me. There it is. So we got a ringing phone booth here. We're gonna go and just open this door and the conversation here will start through the phone.
They're about to streamline the main story quest, by the way, so that's probably something you want. Beat the final boss, and they saw the introduction to the first content update and quit because the monthly sub was ending. Okay.
Who's that? Hello? Kate, if you can hear this, you need to shut down the optical array. It's using the observatory as a conduit to reach us, and it started spreading its range beyond the valley. Kate, we can't afford to let it do that. It's getting stronger. I'm going to call Clive back, and I'm going to force him to order the strike. I just don't see what other choice we have. God knows if
Can you
it'll
hear
work.
me? We need help.
Who are you? Jesus, get off the phone! Get off the phone! It's in the phone! It's in the phone.
the 150 experience is generic MMO-ish, except for the ending. The ending, I think the ending is really cool. I was super pumped when it was happening. But yeah, Bambi, Melty and Arrogance are pretty big on Final Fantasy XIV. I played it for an entire month. I'm about to jump back in for a week. So salty that David didn't play more of the main story. Yeah. Gets really good soon after. I'm at least going to get to Evan's Ward this upcoming week. Some of the boss fights were very memorable. The OST was great too. Too bad I skipped 90% of the dialogue. Well, you do have one option. I voiced it. You can always listen to my streams while you're doing something else. You can rewatch most of it. Ah, right. If you go to an inn, you can rewatch the stuff. Go to any red telephone box and close the door behind you. Wait and eventually the trophy will pop. It didn't. Even the mission dialogues are just cutscenes. I voiced everything. Class quests, main story, even some of the random shit. Even the tutorial. But there is a lot of meandering and cooking. Everything that didn't have voice acting. Yeah, if it does have voice acting, I didn't voice it. You can listen to the glorious Japanese audio. Did this pop while I wasn't looking? No. Maybe it can't be one that's ringing? How do I read the books?
It's going to be right here on the ground. Now, they're all going to look the same, they're just going to be different various colors. Now, there's about 30 of them total in the game, and that was the first two. Now, we're going to find another two in the second house on the left-hand side of the road. The address is number 3.
My god.
And then just a little bit past that, the bus stop is another story event here. You got
So I just have to trust that I've read them. Said I can't figure out that song. What song?
We've all had rejections.
You haven't.
Come on. We'll look at the figures, tighten up the data, and resubmit. Your core idea is sound, you just got the numbers slightly wrong.
Don't patronize me.
I'm not patronizing you. I think you are a brilliant man, Dr. Appleton. Listen. I'm here, right? We're together, you and me. The alignment event tomorrow. It's yours, okay? You saw the opportunity, you ran the numbers. Even if they can't see it, I'm proud of you.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
Steven. Look on the bright side. Around here, you're a hero. Prodigal son returns, right? I'm surprised they haven't erected a statue in your honor yet.
Oh, you can laugh all you want. But I'll bet the parish council have a subcommittee working on that right now.
All right. I see one of the Chads and the map. Saving.
To use your controller for. And then the first house on the left side of the town has a radio in the backyard. So go ahead and listen to that. Press.
These people are all under quarantine too.
Extraordinary. The whole thing reminds me of high school. Seeing Mars for the first time. That same
In the second house on the left
rush
side,
of
there's a
excitement.
couple things in here. In the room to the right,
Hands are
there's
shaking.
a proximity event.
What's a LB3 situation, by the way?
Hello? Hello? Oh, Amanda, I thought you'd left town.
We tried. We did try. But they've closed all the roads and you can't get through. And then Georgie and Ben said they had headaches. And then they started bleeding. And it was horrible. They were so scared. So Neil turned the car around and we saw the house was open. And I know we shouldn't have, but we just came in to clean up the kids. And then Neil and I started bleeding as well. And it's all over my blouse. Everyone was so tired.
It's all right, Amanda. Everything will be all right. Just try and calm down and tell me where Neil and the children are.
They're upstairs. They were tired and Neil said they could take a nap in the bed. And we thought Barbara wouldn't mind as they're only children. I was so tired, so Neil took them up. He took them upstairs to tuck them in.
And?
That was 6 hours ago. I never came back down. Just be too frightened to go and look.
Why don't we go and look together? I can hold your hand if you like.
Yeah. I think I could manage that, yes. Please help me.
Of course I'll help you. Neil?
Healer.
Neil, are you there?
With breakthrough bars, raises and restores HP and mana to everyone. Yeah, cool. And the problem is that everyone was dead. Okay.
You just have to be close to it to trigger it. There's also a TV. Turn that on. And then we're going to go into a room over here on the other side, and there's going to be a phone. This phone... isn't going to be ringing, but when you do pick these up, you get the a whole bunch of series of numbers 0, 1, 1, 0 are spewed at you. So continuing up the road, I'm going kind of clockwise around you.
This is an hard to follow game. It's very open-ended. So I think I need to wait here for a drink for 3 minutes. Which I don't know. It's 4:07. Okay. I hope it registers. Because we need to do it in 2 bars for 3 minutes to get 1 trophy. And if it doesn't, well, then I'll have no idea, no way to know which one failed. So, break into every caravan. Wrong number. Completionist. Mm-hmm.
And we're going to go in here, and then we're going to find one on the first floor, and then there's going to be a second one on the second floor as well. So the first one is going to be in the room here to the left with the piano in it, and then you're going to find a book, of course, in the bookcase. So we're going to go ahead and look in the top left corner, and make sure you get close enough, look at the book. You don't want to be too far away. I don't know what the distance you have to be is, but don't chance it and just get close. Now the second one is going to be, again, in the same house, upstairs in the second floor bedroom, and it's right here next to the flowers. Moving on, we're just north of the town hall area behind the rugby field, and there's going to be a house back here in the corners, the White House.
Oh, man. I'm glad I'm leaving the Lost for later. What? Completionist, graffiti artist, file, lost, Howard Strain. What? What about this? Perpetual motion. Okay. Hypochondriac. Ready meal. And last orders. Okay. Okay, rode the witch's hat for 2 minutes. Let's do that. It's in the center of the playground itself, in the center of Yawton, the first area in the game. Walk up to it and push it a few times while walking into it to get it moving. Then stand on the wooden slats and ride it for 2 minutes and this trophy will pop. Do not walk off the wooden slats or walk in the middle. You have to just stand on the wood and stay there for 2 minutes. Wow. You know, the most fun thing about this trophy list is imagining Throw doing these trophies. Little birds and where to find them. Okay. So let me get the miscellaneous crap out of the way first. Oh man. Ah. How do I push it? Okay, I get it. Two minutes, huh? Fun.
And then we're going to go into a room over here on the other side, and there's going to be a phone. Now, this phone isn't going to be ringing, but when you do pick these up, you get the a whole bunch of series of numbers, 0, 1, 1, 0.
Where's my trophy? All right. Let's get the hypochondriac. Dr. Wade has a surgery in Yawton. It's located down a slight hill from the car mechanics shop. Which... Wait, can I trigger this? Not yet, I guess. I don't know if I'm interacting with it or not.
Benjamin, Georgie, leave it alone. It might have fleas.
Hello, Amanda. What are they up to?
Oh, they found another dead bird. I do wish the council would clean them up.
Well, apparently they're saying it's a flu epidemic. And I gather they'll be closing the roads and stations, so they're worried enough for that.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Well, you don't mess about with the flu outbreak, I suppose. But look, I'm just saying, if you were planning on taking the kids to Wales, now might be the time to do it.
Well, thanks, Barbara. I'll have a word with Neil, see what he thinks. Now, George, Benjamin, for God's sake, leave it alone.
This is hashtag relatable these days, isn't it? The car mechanics house. That's over there. A slight... It's located down a slight hill from the car mechanic shop, on the opposite side of some houses from the playground. So here... You'll know it when you see it by its copious large windows which encircle the waiting room. That's that. Simply go up to the front door and walk in and out of the surgery a number of times until the trophy pops. It'll take about 10 or so times of walking in and out before a trophy pops. Fun. One. No. Two. How to get motion sick. The game. Three. Four. Five.
Dr. Wade, here you are. There's a queue of patients a mile long out there.
Just send them to the village hall with the others, please, Bob.
Doctor, people are scared. Mrs. Gables just called me and said her husband's vanished. She was very frightened. She said there was blood coming up from his ears and his
What
nose.
the hell do you want me to do? Until they lift the quarantine, we're not going anywhere. Just tell them to drink plenty of fluids, stay warm, and follow the instructions on the radio.
Doctor, Phil, please, you have a duty to your patient.
7.
Your nose.
Eight. Nine. 10. Okay. Hypochondriac. Done. Wish I could find another phone booth. I'm going to try this again. Might need to wait longer than I did, because clearly the waiting trophies are all about really waiting. Which means I'm taking a break. I'll be right back. Yeah, they failed to mention how long the wait is. That is super long. Alright. Let me sync these trophies. Oh my. Made this all really loud.
What are you doing? I saw you doing that.
Stay away from me. Don't come near me.
This is people's property. You're scaring them.
It's all over the village. It's got into everything. It's so fast.
What are you talking about?
It's travelling down the wires.
Yeah, God, man, you've lost your mind. Where is Kate? What have you done with her?
Don't you understand? It's breaching the quarantine and adapting.
Give me that bloody can. Hand it over, Appleton.
Now get off. No, Sam, stop me.
You weedy little shit.
It's
Give me the
mine.
Can. Give me the
Stop
can.
it. I need it.
Grow up!
Oh, God, no. It's starting to manifest itself everywhere.
Stephen, come back.
Oh, Christ.
No.
Or spewed at you. So continuing up the road, I'm going kind of clockwise around. You got the store there. Make sure you do that event. And then you got the community center just a little further.
Okay. Community center, I think, has a microwave, yes. Okay.
And then here we're going to find a book once we enter in the right side.
Why couldn't they make a video of everything?
Further north of there. This is a proximity event, so just walk.
It's like 1,000 different collectibles and there's videos for them separately.
What about the station?
That's shut down too. So there's no way in or out of the valley. They're obviously serious about this flu thing.
Phil doesn't think it's flu at all. He said he's been practicing medicine for 30 years and he's seen plenty of flu, and he said this doesn't feel right at all.
Well, there's nothing of any use on the radio.
Sorry I'm late, everyone. Have you started?
Yes, but to be honest, there's not really that much to discuss. This quarantine is in place, there's roadblocks and everything. No one really seems to know anything, but people are definitely missing. More of them too, not just a couple of old biddies. No one's seen the Sullivans since yesterday, and the house is just sitting there unlocked.
I just got back from the farm. All of Frank's cows died in the night. He's devastated.
Oh man, hasn't he had enough for 1 year? First Mary and now this.
Well, if no one's coming in to sort this mess out, we're just going to have to do it ourselves. Barbara, get Phil to do a stock take on medication. Jeremy, put the word out for people to congregate at the village hall. It's best we get everyone in one place for the time being.
Good.
I'll organise supplies. We'll have a lot of hungry mouths to feed. There's plenty at the depot, but well, let's start with what's here in the village. I'll draw up a rota. Charlie, you help me with that?
Anything for you, Meg?
I'll head out into the valley and scoop up the isolated families and check in with Lizzie Graves at the camp. Has anyone seen or heard anything from Stephen Appleton or his wife?
Sounds like a good time, you bet.
Walk in here and it'll start. And then if you go to the back side of the building, there's some stairway down to the basement here. And once you get down here, another proximity event will occur.
I couldn't stop it. I couldn't do anything.
Stop it. Calm down.
I'll get back. It's in my head.
Howard, wait!
Ah! Father, are you all right?
It's my ankle. Oh, Jesus, Lord, I think it's broken. Howard, go and get help.
There's no one left. No one's coming to help us.
Please, Howard, fetch help.
The light. They're in the light. I can see everyone in the light. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Help me.
Now again, I mentioned we're going through this quick because there's a lot of things we need to do. Now behind that community center is that White House over there on the left, and the big grass field here, and you can see the tractor, and on top of the barrel right behind the tractor is a radio. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to go into that White House, and then there's a few things we have to do in here. First, right outside is a proximity event.
So yeah, I have the radios. I'm fast forwarding through that. Radio's over there. Lighthouse is over here.
Meg? Meg, are you here?
Here, I'm in the lounge.
There are too many empty houses tonight. Most of the village is gone now.
My head's killing me. Have you listened to the phones?
No, I thought they were all dead.
There's a strange kind of static now. I think I heard numbers in it. It sounded like the American woman.
Kate? She's still alive. No one's seen her.
Is Charlie back?
Not yet, no. I'm sorry.
That's all right, Father. Listen, you go on ahead. I'll just rest here a little longer.
Sleep well.
Oh, I found a book. Into the Void. And the TV.
And then once you're in here, you have another TV. And then we're going to go into the other room and pick up a phone. Now, if you do want a guide for all the other maps and bird books and everything, I do have those videos on my channel, so make sure you go and check those out. Now, there is one more thing we got to get up here, and it's up on the second floor in this open bedroom, or I guess an office. There's that computer. So as soon as we enter, we're going to go to the right. And you'll see it right here next to the heater in the corner, and of course in another bookcase. Now there's going to be another one in this house as well, and we're going to find that in the opposite end here. And we're going to find it right before you go upstairs. There's actually a stack of 5 of them there, so I don't know if they count that as 1 or 5, but it doesn't matter.
I actually feel like going around this game, doing the small miscellaneous stuff before I actually try to do all these collectibles. Just so I have less tabs open. What would that take? I should have done something on the way back. Tipworth Forest, picnic area overlooking the waterfall. Let's do it. Let's get some miscellaneous stuff out of the way. I don't mind walking around. The going back and forth between tabs is pretty annoying. I'm still going back and forth between things, but... Just not juggling 4 or 5 at the same time. Then I'll return to the start and keep doing it from where I left off. Just juggling the books and the story events. So now we're doing chats and microwaves and the miscellaneous stuff. So stopping at the bar and trying to open all the trailers in the trailer park. Not sure I remember where the waterfall is. I don't think I've been here. Sounds like it's this place. Picnic area overlooking the waterfall and a wooden table right next to a bottle of beer. This one is small and very hard to see amongst the wood grain texture, but it's there. It is? Ah! Wow, that is really hard to see. Alright. Next is the microwave of this area. On house number 25. You following me? Which is that one over there. Says behind the red car with flashing hazard lights in the kitchen. comma, in the kitchen. I've been here for a radio. Thank you. Only one more microwave. So there's a shed. The next shed is in Appleton's farm on the side of an abandoned blue-gray van in the middle of the wheat field closest to the windmill. I don't think I found that. I see it. It's on the minivan? Okay. It is. So Lakeside all-day camp on an interior wall in the laundry building, opposite the windows and after the final washing machine. Oof. So I need to find the laundry. Anyway, we need to attempt to break into every caravan in Lakeside Holiday Camp. We're all located at Lakeside Holiday Camp, which is the 4th area in the game. This trophy is quite easy to obtain by yourself without a guide. Simply go around the main road in the holiday camp in a methodical way and attempt to open the door of every caravan you see. If you prefer, please see the video guide below. You should make sure when interacting with each door that you hear the door handle rattling or knocking sound effects. Hearing these sound effects confirms that the attempt to interact has been registered by the game. Okay.
Mrs.
Go.
Mrs. Graves!
Rachel?
Hey, what on earth's going on? It's been awful. The thunder and the lightning and all the power went out and everyone was in the hall, so I told them all to stay put. And then Sean Davis said he wasn't going to be told what to do by a stupid bloody girl and went out for a cigarette. And then didn't come back. And then Di, she went out after him and she didn't come back either.
Where's Dylan? Was he with Sean and Di?
No, I've been looking after him. Do you think they'll come back?
I don't know, Rachel.
I don't care what anyone thinks. I just know if he was my baby, I could never leave him. Even if the whole world was coming to an end, I'd make sure he came first.
You'd be a good mum, Rachel. Oh, don't worry. It's fine. Go back inside and tell everyone that they're doing a great job. A really wonderful job. I just got a few things to finish up here, and then I'll come in and join you.
Right.
Go on.
So, I need to look for the washing machine place. Kitchen? This kitchen doesn't have I guess it doesn't. I get it, you're slow. That shouldn't be it. Is this a caravan?
Don't touch it. It's fine.
It's like a sunburn, but it's a funny shape. Is it sore?
I can't feel it at all. Don't fuss over
I
it.
can't believe that you left Kate there. Why won't you tell me what happened?
She's probably not even noticed I've gone. It's really nothing.
You're lying. Don't lie to me.
Fine. We had a row. She'll work all night anyway.
Stephen, listen to me. Was there an accident? Is that how your face got burnt?
It's nothing. Something, I don't know. Just got a bit shaken up and then we fought. She wanted to stay and collect more data.
Was she burnt as well? Is everything all right?
Jesus, Liz, are you sleeping with me or her? She's fine. We're both fine. I don't want to talk about her. I came here to see you.
I just worry.
Well, don't. Come to bed.
I think it was instant. I know that's no help.
Can you leave me alone?
There was nothing we could do. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Pat.
You've woken the baby. Just leave me alone.
Rachel, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Alright, trailers. I went into this one because it had a radio, didn't it? Maybe not.
And you found it like this?
Yeah. I got into the habit of checking in first thing in the morning just to make sure he's had his pills.
Mr. Coles is not a well man, Elizabeth. It's entirely possible he upped and wandered off. If things progressed, the mind can be a fragile thing, you know?
It's just not very like him, that's all I'm saying, Doctor. He never misses the mid-morning bingo.
He didn't smoke, did he?
Not that I knew of.
There's a funny... It's like ash.
Well, that is odd. Reese cleaned in here yesterday afternoon. I'll have to have a word.
It's not like cigarette ash. Strange.
Dr. Wade, there's just been a phone call. We're needed back at the village. Apparently Mrs. Barton has disappeared.
Oh my god, it is the apocalypse. Only one roll of toilet paper. Where is the laundry? It's back at the start. Ah, here it is.
We're not even really talking at the moment, if I'm honest with you. I've been sleeping in one of the empty chalets. Otherwise, we just sit there in silence. And then he goes off and pretends he's not drinking from one of his secret little stashes. And I pretend I ain't noticed, and then when we go to bed, it's all I can do not to scream. I don't know why we're still together. Except I do. Still love him.
You remind me of Mary when she was your age. If we'd had a daughter, I'd have been proud if she turned out like you.
You don't have to say that.
Just talk to Robert. Tell him you know he's drinking again. You two can work it out together. I know you can.
I wish I had your faith. I just don't want to be the person who stayed because they were afraid to move. I know you can't dwell on the past. I know that, but sometimes you do just think, don't you? What if the accident hadn't happened? I could have been anywhere right now, rather than stuck here rehearsing Peter bloody Pan and fixing tumble dryers for the umpteenth time. Oh, Frank, you are an angel.
Don't be daft. You're still young, Lizzie. You got plenty of time to be whoever you want to be. Just don't keep using that leg of yours or that husband as an excuse.
This one's open. Ah, this one had a radio.
This is a public service announcement from Haverton District Council Emergency Measures Committee. Road and rail closures are being implemented to help contain the outbreak of influenza. Please remain calm and indoors. Local community leaders, head teachers, scoutmasters, and members of the clergy will act as your representatives during this period. Be sure to report any symptoms of illness.
None of this is trailers. I have no idea where this leads. A tent area. I'll let it be. I won't have any save points here later.
Di, whatever's wrong? You look terrible.
Mrs. Graves.
Sean's, baby Dylan's, he alright?
He's fine. Di, come on.
It's okay. Let's get you a cup of tea.
Mrs. Graves, I need to tell you.
Leave it, Di.
You try and get out of the valley, all the roads are shut down.
I know, I was driving really fast, but the other car was on the wrong side of the road and... Oh, God, I think
Di, for fuck's sake, leave it!
It's alright. Hey, you're alright. Sean's alright, baby Dylan's alright. That is what matters. Everyone's alright.
But...
No. Now I need your help. Some of the children, they're getting quite frightened. So Rachel and I, we decided to push forward the show, keep them occupied. You said the other night you play piano. Can you help with that?
Yes, I suppose so, but Mr. Graves, Rob...
Can look after himself. He's a big boy now. Don't worry. Just head to the hall and find Rachel. She'll tell you what needs practicing.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Graves.
And Sean, go and find Reese, please. See if he needs some help.
Yeah, of course.
Go on.
Oh, there's still a lot of them. Oh, that's the one I was thinking of.
Public service announcement from Haverton District Council Emergency Measures Committee. Road and rail closures are being implemented to help contain the outbreak of influenza. Please remain calm and indoors. Local community leaders, head teachers, scoutmasters, and members of the clergy will act as your representatives during this period. Be sure to report any symptoms of illness.
Hmm? I hope these two are the last. Yeah. Okay. So, next area. The Chad is on a cab door of a white commercial lorry. In Farley's yard. Okay. Oh man. Just remember that I was about to hit 8,900 trophies. That's not a milestone. So, Farley's yard, it's this. On the cab door of a white commercial lorry. I don't know what the cab door is. Oh, wow, that was fast. Howard's house, how goes this game? The collectibles in this are so many, and the videos, like, there's a video for each kind. It sucks. Howard's house is in Little Tipworth, right at the very end of the main road. Upstairs, in a room at the front end of the house, is a toy train set. You can interact with it. Let's exit. Interact. Okay. Also, Howard's house is number 42. Okay. So we're getting the last 3 miscellaneous trophies here, and then I'll go back to the start to do more collectibles. What an absolute terrible game. Terrible trophies, terrible experience. if I would call this game terrible, but the trophy list is the absolute worst. Okay, this is the bar. So if everything went okay, we'll do the amazing activity of going to the bar and standing around for 3 minutes, and we should get a trophy. Nothing happens in the game. It's Esther 2.0 in shiny new paint. I disagree with you, Throw. Nothing happens in Esther. In this one, something happens, and you're trying to you're slowly realizing that something has happened. You're just not part of it, and you don't see it. But something has happened. In Esther, nothing has happened or will happen. This game is bad too, don't get me wrong. It's just miles better than Esther. Which means nothing, really. Uh-oh. Melty found the new emotes. We now have a body pillow emote. It's true. By the way, I changed the Monokuma emote. I think this one is better. What do you think? Yeah, I think it's better because it has the hands laughing instead of just the face. To be fair, when I take a shit, something happening. Not sure it's good for a game plot though. Yeah, I understand. There we go. Stood around for 3 minutes, got a trophy. So bad. An FFZ emote? Yeah. Throw, I have emotes. I don't really know how to add them, but I have emote slots on bits. You're probably the only one who gets them, so if you would like an emote, let me know. Should you do an eggplant? Everyone has the eggplant. And a Final Fantasy 15 sucks emote. I believe I've earned it. I can't write that much on an emote. Doesn't it's not readable. $15 with a cross through it, problem solved. I'll think about it. So how's number 42? Where's the door number? FF15? Ah, yeah, that would convey the message better. That's true. Don't worry, I'm not giving you an Octaz emote. House number 42. In the kitchen. There we go. And now we go upstairs. Reaching the Raging Loop endgame. Is there a... Oh no, you said you did one route, so there is more than one route. The train set. Alright. Trophy description says you have to play with the train, which basically just means that you have to turn the train on and wait by the table for about 3 minutes until the trophy pops up. Because it's not enough to just turn it on. It's not enough to turn the train on. You have to wait 3 minutes while it loops around. It really is one of the worst trophy lists. And that's saying a lot. There's really, really shit trophy lists. At least it doesn't have any online trophies. Right? Make good life choices, y'all. We do. Look at me playing a PlayStation game, not an Xbox One. Playing. Look, I'm playing inside the game. I'm playing the game and I'm playing inside the game. I'm playing squared. We'd play on Xbox and I'm still waiting for them to release the game. There we go. Turn that shit off.
Interact with that monitor. Now right next to the... Now there is one more thing we got to get up here, and it's up on the second floor. In this open bedroom. Or I guess an office. There's that computer. So interact with that monitor. Now right next to the community center, there's this house in the backyard. There's a radio. And then you swing around to the church and a proximity event will start.
So remember they bought Ninja Theory? I don't know how you can forget. It's one of the worst news of this year, and this year brought us coronavirus. Fucking Microsoft, you can't beat them by a pay-to-win microtransaction. Of course! Hey, Sony has these really amazing story single-player developers. We should make one of those studios. None of our studios has any pedigree for that. Let's just buy one that does. Cool. Also, they have some really cool art. Make him do a multiplayer shooter. I know. They said they were already working on it. Obviously they were, because it wouldn't be done this fast. But I'm still talking shit because I can. Really went well. Went really well with Rare. Can't wait for Ninja Theory's talents to be wasted too on Bleeding Edge too. Maybe they can maybe they'll make this amazing game for Connect too. Connect 3? Bleeding Sea. Remember how everyone thought that game was Rare's big comeback? And then there was no game. But hey, if you give me the sandbox, I'm pretty happy. 'Cause I'm a 3-year-old kid. I'm satisfied with a playbox. With a sandbox. I don't need actually crafted story or events or anything. Throw me in the sandbox. Sea of Thieves was good if you were a PvP douchebag. Great. All I want is to be and hang out with PvP douchebags. That's my dream. You can be here and hang out with Sony Pony douchebags. You know what I am, no shame. At least we got some games. What a trophy thing that worries me. You guys need help? I do. If by help you mean share play, not in this game, but thanks. I'm sorry to go on the other side though, but Wolfenstein. What? Throw has the platinum in Monster Hunter World. And Iceborne. Isn't that right, though? Apex. The trophies in Apex are like amazingly easy, aren't they? Actually have Wolfie? Tell what's in the shuffle from day after Yakuza? Hmm. What about Apex Legends? Would you play the Division throw? No, just a story. Uh... Dollar Flu is a little too real right now. That's kind of why I wanted to play it. I kind of got reminded of it. To be honest, even this game is getting a little real. Whatever that means. Next time I visit Twitter, I pray to God the Rapture were real. I mean, don't visit Twitter? What else can I say? Is it really Twitter's fault? Well, the easiest place to get all my gaming news in off a second without giving Polygon and those other shit some clicks. That's true. I still go on IGN. For the news. Or for some news. For the announcements. What is this game? Why is this game? I really think that this game is a cool idea. But then again, so are many bad games. Oh man, someone took a real shit in here. 2 people in a shit race. Cool idea, they just didn't do anything with it. True. When I started, I was rooted for about 30 minutes. And nothing continued to happen, and I got this sinking feeling. Hours later, I hated it and myself. I get it. I really do. Alright.
Next to the community center, there's this house in the backyard. There's a radio, and then you swing around to the church in approximately.
How close is this plat? 3 trophies, 1,000 collectibles. I know who that is just by his voice. Proud trophy hunter. Hey, he does a good job. With how things are turning out, Raging Loop might get my seal of recommendation. Awesome. Already got this.
Then the event will start. And then next door of there is going to be another event. So you just walk in here and that'll start that.
Thought I was safe. Summer fête.
If you could just have a word with them, perhaps. They listen to you.
Well, I really don't see what it has to do with me at all.
The village looks up to you. I just think with what's been happening with Mr. Coles and Mrs. Boughton and the others, that people need somewhere to talk, to feel safe.
Perhaps they don't think that your church is somewhere they feel particularly safe.
I don't need your forgiveness, Wendy. Or theirs. Whosoever thou art that judgest, for wherein thou judgest another, thou condemnest thyself. Romans chapter 2, verse 1.
Beware of practicing your righteousness before other people in order to be seen by them. Matthew chapter 6, verse 1. It's not my judgment you should be worried about, Father. But fine. I'll talk to Barbara. Ask her to put a note up in the surgery about an extra service. Will that do?
Couple more doors down, and the side of the house is going to be a camper here, and inside of this is going to be a radio. And then next door to there is another white house. If we go inside of here, we are going to find, I believe, a phone.
Man. All the maps, all the books, all the story. And that's it, right? Yeah. You going to Platinum Raging Loop, Melty? Or are you only looking at the list after you finish?
I saw you from the main road. Not many people are moving around now.
I was looking for Dr. Wade.
Listen, Frank. I don't know what's happened, but your Stephen seems to think he's responsible.
I reckon he is.
He said, Kate's still up at the observatory, but the gates are locked. Look, Frank, there's going to be a rescue soon, I'm sure of it. They'll send planes or something.
Well, they'll send planes, all right. This pattern of his, we're in the center of it. Which means if they intend to stop it, we're right in the firing line.
We have 3 trophies. 3 trophies left. Drop from 65 to 50 in completion, but yeah, 50% plat rate. Probably not bullshit. Okay, cool.
We have actually a story motion control event, and then you go upstairs, and then there's a phone. So there's 2 things in here that are part of the story.
I love motion controls. Always works so well.
going across the street, you have the auto repair shop, and in the back corner is another proximity event.
Meg, come and have a look at this.
Oh, I don't believe it. Charlie?
Jeremy reckons someone had been raiding all the empty houses. He said a load of stuff had been taken.
What's up?
Oh, it looks like someone's been collecting their own supplies.
Bastard.
Well, we've got enough stock in the warehouse to keep the entire village going for months.
We should get a truck.
What, and go and get all of it now?
Yeah, why not?
It's Appleton. It's that bloody crackpot Stephen Appleton. I'm gonna fucking do him.
Sam, it's fine. We better get moving before the weather turns. You come in. We'll swing by the camp and get Rachel on the way back.
Alright, now in the same area, go to the auto repair center here and go into the garage back here in the left corner. You will find one sitting right here on this box. Then there's going to be one final book here, bird book, and that's going to be in the surgery center. And then if you go to the doctor's office, there's another event in here as well. As a computer. There's also a bird book in there in the waiting.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm doing these, at least these at the same time, because they're basically the same locations. But holy fucking shit, is this boring. The night jar.
So there's the event and there's the computer, so make sure you interact with both of those. And then if you go... then it's going to be in the waiting room of this building.
I'm watching two videos at the same time, by the way, in case you wonder.
Alright, now we're going to go ahead and move up to the Tipworth Forest. And when you enter it from...
Okay.
Going around the side of the building, there's a car with a phone. Now, some of these things, I don't know, maybe they do or don't count towards the trophy, but I'm just showing you everything.
Yeah, better to get everything than wonder and then have to do it all again.
Visual and auditory distortions are becoming more frequent, along with mild convulsions to the left side, all of which support a preliminary diagnosis of intracranial hypertension, occurring as a result of a substantial and rapidly expanding tumor, originating, I believe, within the hypothalamus. Cognitive functions are currently unimpaired, aside from this crippling headache. Hemorrhaging is becoming more frequent, with darker clots passing through the nasal passages primarily. I believe I am dying. This is certainly not flu or anything else I have ever encountered. And certainly a tumor cannot expand this rapidly. In the blood clots, I see tiny flecks of what looks almost like, if I had to try and find a description, liquid light. I cannot explain this phenomenon.
Thing that I did, and I earned the trophy. Alright, continue around. You have this house here. I have the infinity sign on the red door. And if you go to the backyard, you see the red swing chairs over there. There's another event once you get close enough.
I got that one
and nearby
already.
is the blue house. You can see it from the front as well. But if you go to the backyard, you're going to find a radio.
I got the radio.
And then if you go towards the bar, which you passed at the very beginning, in the parking.
That I didn't get. Let me just make sure I actually got the swing thingy. Pretty sure I did. Yeah, I remember getting it. I just don't remember if the game saved after I got it.
You know, they see me as an outsider here as well.
Is that supposed to make me feel any better?
You know, I understand it's difficult. That's all I'm saying. Your lot up at Vallis have never mixed with the local community. People here, they don't really understand what you do up there.
Are you trying to get me to come to your church?
It's not just about faith. It's about the community. Be involved. Be seen as part of it. One of them.
Good morning, Father. Lovely day. Oh, hello. Mrs. Appleton, isn't it?
It's Dr. Collins.
Lady scientist. Whatever next.
Good morning, Barbara.
Father Wheeler.
You really think that's a community that will ever see me as one of them? I can live with them staring at me, if they just stay out of my way.
Yeah, this could have been so cool if it told a story instead of just giving me 30-second slices of life.
Another proximity event, and then behind the bar, underneath this umbrella, is a radio. If you go to the park, there's another proximity event here. I had to kind of search around here for about 30 seconds before it finally appeared. And there it is.
It's the dog? Yeah, I got
from
that.
there, on top of the bridge, is going to be another motion controller event.
Okay, on top of the bridge.
Is everything all right?
Get out of my way.
Where's Kate?
What do you think she is?
Stephen, what's going on?
Screw Kate. It's all her fault anyway.
What's that mark on your face? Stephen! Stephen!
And this is going to progress the story here, the Jeremy part of the story, at least in this section. So we go back to the church.
Are you there? Can you hear me? Are you out there, you bastard? You got them all? You got them all? Oh, Jesus Christ. Help me, oh Lord. Give me strength. Hello? Hello, is anyone there? Is anyone still there? Oh. You are still here then. I should have expected that. Come on, then. Let's get this over and done with. I've got my parishioners to attend to.
Okay. So that's the end of this storyline. Well, this is the end of this storyline.
Their line has gone out through all the earth. And their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Oh God.
He died. don't know what's going on now.
Now we're going to Tipworth Forest. Won't you come?
Actually, I might stop the stream here. I mean, I'm not gonna get everything today, but I also don't feel like coming back, so I might just do this while I watch YouTube videos. We'll see. But yeah, I kind of want to go eat and do something else with my life. So, I think I'm signing off. Right. So have a good night. Thank you for hanging out. And I'll be back tomorrow. Doing something else is not the answer. I might do, like, if I do this while doing something else, it's not such a time waster. Take it easy off. 14 channel conversion soon. If only I could have started it today. That clip is gold. Alright. One view. Thanks for updating it. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow with who are we kidding? Probably not Final Fantasy VII Remake. But, well, it has more. Yeah, it has to have more. I'm just doubting Twitch. Yeah. Good night. Goodbye. Thank you for hanging out. And, see you later. See you tomorrow. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know how to sign off. This is my first stream ever. Thank you for watching my first stream.